So, are you feeling like your day is running you instead of you running your day? Perhaps you feel busy even, but there's just not enough hours in the day, and yet you're still not producing the level of income that you say you want in your business plan. Most agents take a reactive approach to their schedule, and all that leads to is burnout and ultimately failure out of the industry. As we know, 90% failure rate, or high 80s, whatever it is now. Today I'm going to show you exactly what my schedule looks like and how you can optimize your daily routine for big results. My name's Eric Hollis. I'm a realtor here in Brazos Valley, Texas. I'm in my second full year in the business with a goal to close 20 transactions this year. In my first full year, I closed 10, so the goal is to double that. I was able to build the skills and the character traits necessary in my first year to become predominantly a listing agent. So 9 out of my 10 transactions my first year were listings sold. My goal is to provide a tremendous amount of value to you and arm you with the tools in your tool belt to do exactly what I've done and more, and hopefully reduce the failure rate in the industry. Struggling agents are far and wide. We all know that. And with that being said, let's get into it. So this is not a one-size-fits-all thing, okay? We all have varying levels of obligation for things outside of our business, and I'm no exception to that. I think it'll be helpful and useful in some way for me to give you my exact schedule, with the caveat being that you can make changes if you need to, make adjustments to this, because my schedule in and of itself is not perfect. A lot of really high producers in the industry would look at it and say there's some wasted time in there, and perhaps there is, but it's what works for me, and I'm going to share that with you, and you can kind of take this and make it your own. So yeah, I start off my day 6 a.m. Is when I get up. Eat a healthy breakfast, high protein breakfast with my son, my oldest son. I drink some coffee, I change into my gym clothes, and then I get him ready to leave. I take him to school around 7 o'clock or so. This is a super important part of my day. My wife and my 3 kids are the reason I'm doing this. So getting to spend the morning with him is a great reminder of that. So next, once I've dropped him off, I hit the gym about 8 o'clock. I start my workout around then, at least about 8 o'clock, give or take a few minutes. Lift weights for 30 minutes, and then I do cardio for 30 minutes. So this is obviously, gives you the physical benefits of being fit and healthy. But more than that, provides me with, stress relief, increase my energy levels throughout the day, and it helps me have a higher quality sleep at night. We all know how important sleep is, but somehow I still think it's underrated. It can be like a performance enhancing drug when, having terrible sleep versus excellent sleep every night. So on top of that, I'm actually someone that struggled with mental health problems in the past, as far as, anxiety, depression, things of that nature. And when I committed myself to being physically healthy, it's been about 6 years now, going on 6 years ago, it's completely improved every aspect of my life, that included. So if you're somebody that has a sedentary lifestyle, I cannot recommend enough that you fix that. And it feeds directly into your sales business, because the way you do one thing is the way you do all things. And so if you have an unhealthy body, that leads to an unhealthy mind, and that leads to an unhealthy business, in my opinion. So that's enough of a rant about health and fitness. After that, I get back into the office around 9:30. So workout's over at 9. I'm back in the office ready to go at 9:30. At 9:30 is when I start dialing. So that's prospecting time. I start my call session off with any lead follow-up. So this is typically people I've already spoken to that have given me a date and time to follow up with them. So at the end of that conversation, whether it be an expired, for sale by owner, absentee owner, whatever it is, If we don't set the appointment and they have a high probability of listing the home or selling or doing something in the next 12 months, I'll ask them at the end of the conversation. I'll say, hey, listen, I don't want to, call you unnecessarily. I don't want to blow your phone up. When would you like to hear from me again? And it really is that simple. So these may be people I talked to 6 months ago. I call them and they more often than not remember me. If not, I'll give them a little refresher and I'll bring them up to speed. So after my follow-up calls, I call fresh expireds and canceled listings. Anything that expired and canceled today. So I call those fresh for sale by owners. And then after that, I'll go into old expired listings that haven't relisted or absentee owners just to round out my call session. Once I hit my contact goal for the day, which is kind of ever changing depending on what the goal is for the current 90 days. If you're curious about what I'm talking about, you can watch the last video I posted. So once I hit my contact goal, I do lead cleanup. So right now I'm generating about 2 leads per day. So for those leads, I'll add them to my contacts and my database. I'll set them up on the weekly email newsletter, and I'll also set any follow-up tasks. So if we didn't set an appointment, I'll follow up when they told me to follow up. If we did set the appointment, listing appointment, I will put them on my Google Calendar. That way they get an invite to the listing appointment. It's like an extra step of confirming. So 12 p.m. 12 p.m. is lunchtime. Give or take a few minutes. Again, it really just depends on when I finish my call session, because I don't leave the chair, so to say, until I hit that contact goal. But about 12 p.m. is lunchtime. Again, something healthy, something light, high protein. It don't have to be high protein, but that's my preference. If you should not have to take a nap after lunch, like keep it light. Keep it light. You need your energy. We still got like 5 more hours here. you need your energy. When I'm done eating, I take a 10 to 15 minute walk. I get back to the office and I read 10 pages to a full chapter of a good book. Right now, I'm reading The 4-Hour Workweek by Timothy Ferriss. About halfway through with that. It's been really good, really solid. I recommend it for agents. All right, so after lunch, so during lunch, it's not just eat for an hour, right? I eat, take a walk, and then I read. And at 1 p.m., it's admin time. So 1 to 3 is my admin time. This is the least important thing I do all day long. It's administrative. It should be outsourced, but I haven't outsourced it yet. So that's when I check my emails. I update my KPI tracker. So I have a tracker that tracks all of my lead generation efforts and my conversion rates and stuff. So I update that. I check my listing board. I have a dry erase board right over there that has all my actives and pending listings, just to see if there's anything like imminent that I need to take care of. So yeah, just anything like that, administrative stuff. If 2 hours daily is not enough for you to do your administrative tasks, then you either need to hire an admin assistant or you need to quit doing shit that doesn't matter, because 2 hours should be more than enough. So if it's not enough, you're doing too many things. So take some shit off your plate, throw it in the trash, quit doing it, because it's not moving the needle. Most of it's not. Client focused time is 3 p.m. So 3 to 5 p.m. is all of my listing appointments are scheduled between 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. There are some exceptions to that, some workarounds, but there's very few. And if there is an exception, then we move it up to during my admin time. That shit can wait. We'll set a 1 p.m. listing appointment if we got to, right? If in the event that I do not have any listing appointments for the day, I have a few options. So I can A, take the rest of the day off. which is what I do oftentimes. B, I can practice my scripts or my listing presentation. Or C, I can do some additional prospecting. So just get some more lead gen time in. If you have nothing going on, like no listings, no active, like no pending deals, anything like that going on, or if you're not pacing to hit your goals, I would highly recommend doing additional prospecting in the afternoon, in the later afternoon. Work till 5 and call it a day. If you don't have shit going on and you're taking off at 5, you're screwing up. You're screwing up big time. So for me, 5 p.m. is when I get off. 5 to 8 is family time. So spend the rest of the day with them. Usually do whatever they're wanting to do, whatever it may be. So this is a good way to, it gives me that daily time with them where like I'm not super buyer heavy. I control my time. I'm very listing heavy, and I have a few hours at the end of each day to spend with my kids and my wife. I never feel guilty for not working enough. So like I'm not providing the life that I want to provide for my family, so I need to work more. And I also never feel guilty for working too much because I work when I'm supposed to and I'm off when I'm supposed to be off. So that's it. I hope you got a lot of value out of this, and I hope you sincerely take the necessary steps to carve out a schedule similar to this, very time blocked, very structured, for yourself, that allows you the balance to be able to achieve your goals and avoid what we all want to avoid, which is failing out of the industry. If this was helpful, subscribe to the channel for more videos like it. And if you are interested in partnering with me, click the link in the description, book a call on my calendar.